Hi, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a skincare Saturday. I'm going to talk about 5 face masks that you need to have in your collection. If that sounds like a good time to you, maybe you could do your own mask while you watch this video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Holly. I'm a lifestyle blogger, but here on YouTube I stick to beauty, fashion, and self-care. If those things are interesting to you, consider subscribing because I'd love to have you in the family. But right now we're just going to jump right into the video. I've rounded up my 5 favorite masks. Each one of them addresses a different skincare issue. I think it's very important to have a wide variety of products. That way you can address specific skincare problems whenever they arise. The first type of mask we're going to talk about is an exfoliating mask. These types of masks help to brighten the skin. They help to fade scars, smooth texture. They work by helping the skin rejuvenate faster, by encouraging cell turnover. And of course, my favorite mask that fits this category is the Ole Henriksen Fat Glow Facial. This one has a combination of PHAs as well as like pink clay to not only exfoliate but also to help detoxify the skin. This one is really nice because you can definitely tell it's working, but it's not so harsh that your skin is going to be like traumatized after using it. Other masks that fit in this category would be like the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial Mask. Tatcha has a mask like this. I'll link some other alternatives in the description box, but this one is by far my favorite. As someone who tries a lot of beauty products, I tend to push my skin to its limits. On top of that, I already have very naturally red skin, so sometimes it gets very angered, and when it does, I reach for this mask. This is the Ceramiden mask by Dr. Jart. This mask is a miracle worker. I know it comes in a tub form as well, but I actually prefer the sheet mask version just because the solution, it's a sheet mask solution, so it's thin and it absorbs very nicely into the skin. You don't have to worry about it causing you to break out, and it doesn't leave any kind of greasy residue. So I would suggest this mask for anyone who experiences any type of redness ever. And I would just recommend having one on hand just in case you leave a face mask on too long or you go outside and your face gets wind chapped. This is a lifesaver, and it's very affordable. No mask collection would be complete without a face mask that makes your skin look amazing. It's maybe not going to treat any underlying issues, but it's going to make your face look very plump and glowy. And for that, I reach for the Black Tea Mask by Hamish. This, as I've mentioned, is like a cheaper alternative to the fresh black tea mask. It's definitely not a dupe. It has some similar ingredients and it serves a similar purpose, but they're not close enough to be considered a dupe. Anyway, this is a K-Beauty face mask and it is absolutely wonderful. I'm going to show you the texture. This is what it looks like on the inside. It is just so, oh, it feels so good. It kind of feels a little bit cold when you put it on, which is actually really nice. And then when you take it off, your skin is just plump and glowy. I don't know of very many masks that work like this, so I highly recommend this one. This is like $20-something, whereas the fresh one is like $90-something. If you've tried this and you know of something similar, can you let me know in the comment section? That would be greatly appreciated. There's nothing worse than waking up and having a big, gigantic, painful pimple on your face. Or anywhere else on your body, like if you get one on your back or in your hairline or on your neck or wherever pimples form. It's not fun, and obviously you want to get rid of it as soon as possible. but do not pick. Do not pick. I'm working myself on the picking. I've gotten pretty good about not picking, and one way that I can avoid picking a pimple is by covering it. Now, pimple patches are great and all that, but there's a certain place in the pimple life cycle for a pimple patch. In the beginning, when you just notice that you're getting it, or it's deep, if it hasn't come to a head, or if it's extremely painful, I recommend using a sulfur treatment. And the one that I recommend is the Peter Thomas Roth Therapeutic Sulfur Mask. It is an acne treatment mask. Now listen, this stuff is intense. I would not put this all over your face. I don't put it all over my face. I would not suggest putting it all over your face because this has a 10% sulfur in it, and you can really mess up your face and over dry it and like strip it if you put that everywhere. I will take some of this and I will dab it on my pimple, and I will use it as a spot treatment. I've used quite a bit of it. This is really gross, but this is what it looks like. It's actually kind of starting to dry out, which is unfortunate. But as a spot treatment, this is going to last forever. Even if you're someone who breaks out a lot, there's just no way that you'll be speeding through this. So I think it's a good investment. But yes, if you have acne and you want to cover it and keep from picking at it, but also want to help move it along in the acne life cycle, then you definitely should pick up a sulfur treatment mask. The last mask that we're going to talk about is one that I probably don't use a ton, but I like to have on hand just for those times where my skin is so dry, like dry, like just feels tight, it feels dry. Like no matter how much moisturizer I put on, it just isn't cutting it, and I need to add hydration. I will reach for this mask, and it is the Glossier Moisturizing Moon Mask. And this is just what it looks like. It has a slight smell to it, but not anything like terrible. It says apply a thick layer and allow to soak in for 20 minutes. And when it says soak in, it actually does kind of soak in if your skin is really dry. I would say actually, if I wanted to compare this to another mask, I would say this is kind of reminds me of the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask. Maybe not quite as rich, but almost. This is really great, obviously, if you have dry skin, super dry skin, normal skin, or combination skin. I don't know if you have oily skin that you would necessarily want to have this, unless you have like dehydrated skin, because yes, you can have oily skin that is also dehydrated. But if you have oily skin that's not dehydrated, then you would maybe want to skip on this. Anyway, I'm getting a little too skincare on you guys, so I will reel it in. Anyway, so those are the 5 face masks that I think everyone should have in their collection. And they just so happen to be my favorite face masks. So now you know which masks have the Holly stamp of approval. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate you giving it a thumbs up. And of course, I'd love it if you would subscribe. And if you could do me a favor and leave a comment with your favorite face mask, I'd also appreciate that. That way I can try some more face masks so I can have some more products to review. And until next time, bye.